builder? Do you understand how to put things together?
Yeah, I'm pretty decent.
I'm pretty good at calling somebody and paying them, but I'm not very. Here's the thing. I worked. Let me tell you this. When I was young in high school, I worked as a plumber for 3 summers, right? And then 2 summers I worked for a moving company. Okay, basically it's just a grunt. That I was in college, uh, working as a plumber. I mean, as you might imagine, there's many jobs that are just not very pleasant, right? I remember the one time there was a sewer line that broke on the basement floor of the bank. It was a bank out in Monroeville. 4 days, I ran a jackhammer to get down through so that we could get down there. Of course, when we got down there was like sewage everywhere. And as soon as I broke through, of course, they had that old like clay pipe. Now you use the plastic stuff, but it was that old clay. And the jackhammer went through one thing, you know what I mean? And it was like a geyser of, everybody's wastes shooting up. So that was a really difficult job. But, there were some jobs that was easy. You just change a sink or whatever. Working for a moving company, that is the worst job I've ever had. The hardest job I've ever had. And I've worked construction. I've worked for plumbing. I'd say another tough job. I worked at UPS, loading trucks. I mean, I've worked every job you can possibly work. I drove a cab. Well, I've worked them all. I can tell you unequivocally, the hardest job, the worst job is moving. Okay? Here's the thing. Classic, I'll give you one story and you'll kind of get the idea. So, we're moving on Fifth Avenue down in Shadyside. There's these, townhomes that go straight up in the air. Right? Somehow, these people managed to get a really nice leather couch all the way to the 3rd floor. It's the middle of the summer. It's literally 100 degrees out. And they want to move, and now we've got to get this leather couch down the stairs. And, of course, the stairs come, they come down and then go down and then go down. So it's not like there's a bend because it's this, like, basically this straight up in the air townhouse. So we get it up, and now we're trying to get it around to the right angle to get it down the steps because it only fits, And, of course, we've got this lady who's the homeowner standing there screaming at us every time that the couch, she thinks we're scratching the couch. Okay? Now, of course, I'm the one at the bottom of the thing because at that point I was probably like 23, and I was lifting weights and I was strong and all that other stuff. I was young and strong. So I'm at the bottom of the thing as these people are trying to maneuver it and bring it down step by step. My face is against the couch, right, which is leather. I'm sweating. She's yelling at me because I'm sweating on her couch. She's yelling at the other guys because she thinks they're ruining the couch. It took us every bit of like 35, 40 minutes to get that thing out of this place without scratching it. You know what I'm saying? Without getting a cut in it. And, of course, when you're, moving stuff, there's dust flying in the air and everything else. I got down there, my face was like, was black with like particles and this and that. Every single night when I'd go home, I'd have like, dust in my nose. I'd blow my nose and it would be black. You know what I mean? That kind of thing. Every day. Well, we got to go. We're going to move this 15-bedroom house today. Humping out, bags and, boxes and, of course, all that cardboard cuts your hands and cuts your arms and, you know what I mean? The worst job I ever had. And then 9 to 5, if you're a mover, could mean 9 to 8, And back then I had stuff to do. I'd go see the ladies and stuff. I mean, I was young. Hey, listen, I didn't sign up for this. It's 7 o'clock. I should already be at the spot, right? Well, what are we talking about here? It's 7, man. People say, well, why'd you go to the club so early? Because if you got in before 8, you'd have to pay to cover, you know? The lady wasn't, they weren't at the door till 8, you know? Save a few bucks. I'll tell you one more funny story, Bill. You'll appreciate this one. So I get to the place. I worked at the place in Greensburg. And I get to the warehouse, you know, say it's like, you know, I think we started at, say, 7:45 because we had to get on, you know, in the truck to go wherever we were going. So I think I started at, like, say, 7:45. We get there. Literally, the boss comes out and says, hey, we got to take a crew up to this place right now. This lady just called. So as we're going up there, he says, hey, lady just called. She says we got to move her right now. Well, here her husband went to work. She was leaving his ass, right? He went to work. So we get there, right? We're taking stuff. She's like, basically like, I don't care. Just get it out of the house and get it before that MF or before he gets back home. This is a no good SOB, right? So anyway, so we're like, now we're trying to like run, you know, and of course we're dropping stuff and the boxes are ripping and you know what I mean? The whole 9 yards. So we're getting there. Lunchtime, about 11:30, my man comes home. I'm assuming a neighbor comes home. A neighbor must have called and said, hey, are you moving or something, right? So she gets out. She comes out to the front. Now they're yelling at each other. And he's like, you know, this and that and everything. She's like, I'm leaving your ass. You're no good, blah, blah, blah. You know, they're screaming and yelling. Right? So then he goes in and he starts saying, well, you can't take that. And she's like, I paid for everything in this house. I'm taking it, this and that and everything, right? So we're going. So now we're picking stuff up. And he's like, no, that stays. And putting it down. Everything goes. I'm paying the bill. So this goes on for a little bit, right? So now we get to the guest bedroom. Okay, I guess we're supposed to take this bed, right? So we got to take the bed. The guy comes up, no, I need a bed to sleep on. You need this. She comes up and says, you take that bed. He's like, come on, you got to leave me a bed. She looks at him, she goes, no. I found your ass in the gutter with nothing. I'm leaving your ass in the gutter with nothing. Take the bed. We started laughing, this and that and the other thing. He went out and sat down sat down in the front yard, basically, just completely 100%. What in the world just happened? We're driving. I said, as we're driving, I said, here's the thing. We're really lucky that there wasn't like gunplay involved in that situation, right? That the guy didn't come home losing his mind. He did lose his mind, but he also lost everything in his house as we moved it. That's one of the greatest lines ever. I found you in the gutter with nothing. I found your ass in the gutter with nothing. I'm leaving your ass in the gutter with nothing.